All right, welcome back everyone to our Sports Engine HQ kind of video series. We don't have a name yet, so maybe we'll work on that here in the new year in 2023. But we've got an exceptional guest here to talk to you guys. It's Nick Busto. I'm going to save anything and let him introduce himself and why he is kind of on the video today. But for those of you who maybe have not seen a video yet, my name is Marie Fitzgerald. I'm a product marketing manager here at Sports Engine. So I get to work with internal people and talk about our awesome products and then bring them to you guys, our customers. So we are super excited to talk today. But with that, Nick, I'll let you introduce yourselves to our viewers.
Thanks, Marie. I appreciate the intro. As Marie said, my name is Nick Busto. I'm the new VP of Video Operations at NBC Sports Next, and more specifically right now, Sports Engine. So I came from Rapid Replay. I started Rapid Replay about 6 years ago now with my my co-founder Ben Swinford, who's also now in the Sports Engine world, and we're excited to be here and excited to bring video to Sports Engine.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about video streaming. We're entering even a more technologically savvy era, if you will, and video is just going to be more prevalent in that. So I think the best place to start is just, what is Rapid Replay? What do you guys do? What does the software provide organizations? And what does that mean now for Sports Engine customers?
Yeah. So Rapid Replay, what we like to say is end-to-end video platform. And so simply put, it gives anybody or any organization the ability to stream any game at any time from any camera source. And within the end-to-end video, we like to say there is live streaming, game film, and highlights, right? So you have kind of all of that video all under one roof for an organization. So it truly is kind of one home for all an organization's video. So you have highlights that can be clipped out of live streams in real time. As I mentioned, you're able to stream from any device, all the way from an iPhone to a multi-camera production. And all that is available to be viewed wherever your fans are. So you get to meet your kind of fan community wherever they are, so you can publish those streams directly onto your team website. So the goal is to be able to simplify video as much as possible for both organizations and their fan communities. So kind of being able to serve both here. And we've been doing it for, as I mentioned previously, about 6 years now. Ben and I actually played baseball together in college, and he is without doubt the brains behind our organization. Kind of came up with the original thesis around Rapid Replay being able to really have all of teams' highlights in one app. And so I went and started to work with him on that, and we've actually been looking to work with Sports Engine for a number of years. So we kind of have always been integrated with other software providers like Sports Engine that provide registration, websites, rosters, kind of a comprehensive solution, but video is tricky. And so a lot of people don't necessarily have that, or a lot of companies don't necessarily have that internally. And so one of the things for us is we wanted to make sure that we could create a simple product that can slide directly into kind of existing user bases. And so that's one of the things we're most excited about here within Sports Engine, and now bring in Rapid Replay to the Sports Engine customer base. Is it's a way to be able to simply provide video both to the organization and all the fan communities.
Yeah, you said simply and simplify a number of times, and we love that. Obviously here, that's kind of the reason why we're in the game, right? Is to make everything a little bit easier for the people who are putting in all the time and energy to make it happen. So that's great. And I think we want to dive in a little bit deeper here. So you talked about kind of the three areas of Rapid Replay and really trying to kind of mesh them all together and make it really easy. I think there's a number of other options or providers in the space that, do one thing really, really well, go really deep into highlights or really deep into game film. Can you maybe talk about how Rapid Replay touches all of those things and really can provide a bit of a more all-inclusive for not only the org admins and coaches who want to use it maybe for training or practices or to show highlights, but even for parents and athletes who are just wanting to clip their own and share them on social media and share those with families.
Yeah, and I'll actually kind of take a step back before I talk about kind of rapid replay within kind of any specific competitor or anything like
Yeah.
that, other video provider. And the biggest things, just to make sure I I overemphasize the simple word.
Yep.
The things that we kind of focus on most, the three things, are being flexible, being simple, and being integrated. And so, from a flexible perspective, as I mentioned earlier, rapid replay can stream from any camera source, right? So as much as this iPhone, you can go live directly to your fans, directly to the site. Now we also produce some of the world-renowned type events with high quality productions of 20, 30, 40 people production teams, and those are delivered in the same way and everywhere in between. So we want to make sure it's flexible to whatever kind of your organization needs. And that's one of the biggest pieces when you talk about a lot of other providers that might be very specific in one area. We're able to take all of those productions from those different camera sources and kind of put them in the same solution. So when you talk about a home game versus an away game, right, those may be different type recording or production setups, but the goal is for us to have those be all listed and delivered in the same type of way for that organization. And then the next piece on the flexible front is that it's free to fans, right? Fans will always be able to view live streams for free directly on those sports websites. So the goal is to be able to make it as easy as possible and deliver video to fans where they are already. And then the last piece on the flexible is that there's no storage-based pricing. So it's free, unlimited video storage. So when you think about rapid replay, you can, for one of the first things we tell customers to do is, you got video? Upload it. This is your new home, right? Whether that is professional highlights, season previews, recaps, highlights with your iPhone, practice footage, instructional videos. Get those on the platform so you can begin to share it with the fan community. And as you were saying, Marie, the goal is not to fence this off, right? We want to bring in those athletes, the parents, the grandparents, because I think there's a lot of platforms that are rightfully so highly analytical. We think that those fans have they get a lot of value out of that footage as well. So we want to make sure that they have access to all that video footage too. So as we move on to the simple part, as you're talking about a more technical age, the goal is to be able to point and shoot, right? So you don't have to be a tech savvy individual, or if you're running an organization and thinking, how the heck am I going to get someone to be able to film who has the credentials to be able to live stream? It doesn't take more than click and go live, right? So the goal is to make sure that anyone can do it. Any parent, anyone willing to be able to help out can live stream. And then you as an organizational admin get to dictate who has permission. So you get full control over kind of who's able to do that. And you can change that on any given day. And then the last piece is that it's just completely integrated, right? So we want to make sure that this is not, oh boy, it's a whole nother set of tools to learn. Like I can't even approach that. I get it. I totally get it. So you've already got an awesome website. Your parents and fans are already going there for schedules and rosters and everything else. Why send them anywhere else for video? They're going to go to the same place to be able to watch those live streams as they go to get all other information for the team. So integrated directly in. And then we've got some exciting other integrations coming down the pipe in short order, including schedule integration and so much more. So a lot of very exciting stuff to come. Probably a little bit more of a long-winded answer, but the goal from a high level is being able to provide one platform, right? So a lot of people might use other platforms for that very specific analysis or for stats. But the goal is rapid replay can kind of act as the all-encompassing video destination. And if you need to stream something and then upload it directly to that other platform so you can analyze in in a more technical way or in that regard, you can. But Rapid Replay, especially with the free unlimited video storage, can act as that kind of video repository for the long form and the short form video.
Yeah, I mean, you sold me. It sounds great to me. So say less in that regard. But it is cool when you start to think about, organizations being able to offer this to their athletes in a growing age of NIL and video and social, and all of these things are evolving and we're learning as we go. There's going to be a need for a video element to a lot of these youth sports organizations, and wanting to provide something that's unlimited, flexible, free for your parents to live stream. But you can also think about how cool it would be for an athlete to have their whole kind of journey of youth sports and growing up in one place that they can reflect on. It starts to open up a lot of cool things, and I know you've talked about that in the past of kind of that vision and how cool that would be. I don't know if you had anything else to add from that regard.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons we started Rapid Replay is because we never had our best plays. You could call it selfishly enough, but like we looked
You just
back
had to
and
talk
my
about them.
partner and I,
Couldn't show
yeah,
anyone.
we just exactly. So to be able to have kind of that one centralized location where you can look back and then um, as an athlete or as a parent or whomever that loved one of yours is, be able to begin to build a repository over time because um, while Rapid Replay is hopefully use it for one team, you can have as many teams on there and it can be for as many organizations as you participate in all in one. So it truly for a athlete or a fan perspective, you can use that as your own video hub and you just get to participate and engage with all the teams of yours that are a part of it. So as we do think to the future, I think a couple of things that are very pertinent within today's society being the main of which being NIL, right?
Hmm.
A lot of people are going to continue to explore this space. We're at the very beginning of it, and I think it's pretty apparent that it's not just the professional athletes or even the college athletes that are most influential in their communities. So
Yeah.
without doubt, it will be the high school and the youth athletes that will begin to explore this next. And so I think our responsibility um, as Rapid Replay and what we try and tell a lot of different kind of stakeholders within youth sports is it's really to educate as much as possible, provide good habits, and for us at Rapid Replay, provide a simple place to be able to store video for the long haul because some of those videos from years and years back may be a lot of fun to share out on social media and maybe a great way to be able to connect a brand's vision with what an athlete's looking to do today. So we see video as a key piece to NIL.
Yeah, no doubt. It's very interesting. I know I personally am looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds over the coming years. So outside of NIL, is there anything else, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe in the video space in general, or with our, this newly formed partnership with Sports Engine now that you're part of the family? Is there anything that really gets you excited and really looking forward to the future?
Yeah, there's a number of things. Some on the short term, some in kind of the middle, and some in the longer. So in the short term, I can't say a ton, but I am very excited about some of the stuff that we're building here at Sports Engine, specifically around video. I mean, if you think
Yeah.
about Sports Engine within NBC Sports and NBC, video is kind of the backbone
Yeah.
of what we are and what we've built as an organization. And so um, we're really leaning into that. And so some of the stuff you'll see in 2023 is going to be really, really exciting within video and Sports Engine. And I'm excited that Rapid Replay will kind of be the foundation to that. So I'll leave that one there. And then in the
I
middle
love it.
term,
A teaser.
a little teaser. And then in the middle term, NIL it will be very interesting to see how that develops over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. Again, I think our responsibility at Rapid Replay is we're going to provide some tools for people to use, but I'm excited to see how individuals engage with that, how larger organizations do, how coaches and organizations and parents begin to lean into their roles and really accept that this is coming and how that's going to affect the sports landscape. And then the other piece, which we've actually been pretty involved in over the past couple of years is NFTs. So
Mm.
that's kind of, as you could say, in line with NIL in terms of individuals being able to kind of take ownership of their likeness and potentially monetize that. But the way we see Little League cards on the fridge or framed posters around the house in the future, we still fully believe that a lot of those will be digital collectibles. And so allowing kind of, whether it be just from a nostalgia and a commodity of my favorite play of myself, I can turn that into an NFT, or in the future, obviously, if that athlete is going on to do pretty incredible things, then an NFT of their highlights as a youth athlete. Think of Tom Brady's first touchdown in Pee Wee, right? That's a
Sure.
pretty
Pretty
valuable
valuable. Exactly.
piece of sports memorabilia. So there's a lot to explore there. We're excited to have some foundational technology and begin to build on that. So I think some of the stuff we're doing in the short term is going to be really exciting. You guys will probably be hearing from me again in the not too distant future. But then as we look a little farther down the road, NIL and NFTs are going to be a big part as well.
Awesome. Yeah, don't go too far. I'm sure we'll have you back on here talking about all the awesome stuff here later in 2023. I know kind of this is all a bit new, right? So we want to make sure that we're giving all of the resources, anything that you might need if you're interested in learning more. We want to make sure that we're providing that. So I think we will link out to maybe a quick demo overview of the product itself. Nick will walk you through that as well. No better person to do that than Nick, who we've got here. So we'll link off to that. But if people have questions or they want to learn more, feel free to reach out. We'll have a link here with this video. I know Nick will probably never tire of talking about video. So hit him up if you've got any questions. Other than that, anything you want to leave our viewers with in terms of rapid replay, video streaming, what it means in 2023?
No, I'd just say that as you think about video, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be everything under the sun, but just being able to provide your team community with kind of one place for them to be able to share all your videos, live streaming aside, is even a super valuable resource. So just being able to begin to build that repository and start to engage, contact your sports engine account manager. I know they'll have a lot to say and be able to answer any questions. So I'm super excited to get to work here in the sports engine world, and been loving it so far, and excited to bring video to all of you guys.
Awesome. And we love having you. So thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time, and we'll see you then.